Hi, I'm Jeffrey, and this is Life with a Pipe. Thanks for joining me again today. Travis, the Burley piper, and I did a big trade recently, and we both had some things that neither of us had ever tried before, and we traded some very rare tobaccos in the process, and I am particularly excited about this one. He had a bit of Edgeworth Sliced in his possession, and he was willing to trade it with me. And I am forever grateful for this opportunity, as rare as this is. You've all noticed that I've had this tin of Edgeworth Sliced here on display. It was something that I got in a big auction lot that I had won 2 years ago. And it's a beautiful tin. I've always wondered what the tobacco that was in it was like. And here we go. Thank you, Travis. This is going to be exciting. So let's pack a bowl. We'll light it up and see what we think of the Edgeworth Sliced. Check out that tray. That is so cool. This was a gift to me from a friend of the channel, Matthew. Thank you so much for sending this to me. This wasn't the only thing Matthew sent. I'll be showing those off over time here, but I felt that it was perfect to pull this one out to help with this job. Let's get a smell test. I know this is not the most camera-friendly portion of this. That has a spicy, like almost a Christmas spice note to it. Like baking spice. Wow. I was not expecting that. That is amazing. So Travis's labels are amazing. As you guys know, he is a piper first and a marketer at heart second. Burley in Kentucky is what this is made of. I have not done any research about this recently, so I'll probably be adding some info on the side of the screen here throughout this video just to augment some information about this. But we're going to use our YTPC Legends 2026 Bones pipe. This pipe has seen more Burley than most of the pipes in my collection, and I think it's going to be perfect for this. So here we go. So you can see that this is a broken flake. It was originally in a flake format, but this is some old tobacco, and it has traveled quite a bit to get into my hands here. And again, thank you, Travis. This is going to be such a cool experience. Okay, here we go. Okay, first impressions. I can tell this tobacco is aged. There's a distinct note that I get from older tobaccos, at least all the ones that I've experienced, which isn't a whole lot, but it's funny how there's that aged tone that comes along with some well-aged tobaccos, and this tobacco is one of those. I don't recall. I believe Travis told me what the age of this might be. I can't remember off the top of my head. If I find it, I'll put it over here. But just a few facts about Edgeworth Sliced. I looked them up while I was between shots and setting things up again. Edgeworth Sliced was introduced to the American markets back in 1903 under a company called Laris and Brothers. And then it was purchased by Lane Limited in 1968. It stayed under that brand until they discontinued it in 2004. But this was the epitome of a Burley flake. And from what I'm getting, there's that beautiful Burley nuttiness. And then there's a dark fire component here. But there's also a kind of a molassesy sweetness. And I think that's what I was getting on the nose, the smell, that kind of Christmas spiciness that you would associate with gingerbread or something like that. That's probably what they used in the pressing of it as a binder. There's not a dark fired Kentucky, even though it is dark fired Kentucky. The smokiness is gone at this point. It's just beautifully subtle, rich Burley tones with that nice spice overlay with a nutty base. Really nice. I may have overpacked it, unfortunately. Or I'm just talking while smoking, and, you know what that happened. You know what that does. Sometimes just taking your spike and putting it right down the middle of your bowl can help with airflow. Also, I did notice that there was kind of a hard crust on the top here, which I'm more familiar with in terms of Virginias, that sugar content can kind of caramelize the top and create a hard cap, which doesn't allow airflow down. And if you just kind of break up the top layer here, you're going to get better airflow as well. So I'm going to try that. There we go. Wow. So I've been hoping for this experience for a very long time. Thank you again, Travis, for the amazing trade that we did. I am very excited to smoke through everything that you shared with me, and I look forward to sharing those with you guys as well. I did ask Travis if he would be willing to share with me his custom home blends, and he was super generous to provide a very decent sample of each and every one of his home blends, which is not a small quantity of tobacco by any means. And I'm going to have a heck of a time going through all of those. It's going to be a blast. Again, his labels, his marketing genius, Travis, wow. And Matthew, again, thank you for that tobacco tray. As I'd mentioned, guys, there is more that Matthew sent, and I'll be showing that stuff off. If you're interested in getting in touch with somebody who has the ability to do that, email me. I'll be happy to share his info with you. Matthew was not looking for any promotion or shout outs or anything, but his generosity and his skills and what he can do for anybody looking for engraved products, labeled products, is very, very impressive. So reach out if you're interested. I'll be showing off more later, though. I'm going to go enjoy this. I'll come back with some additional thoughts. So I'm about down to the bottom third of this bowl. The flavor has stayed very consistent, just maybe building a little bit more in strength. Just, as you get down to the bottom of the bowl, you would expect that. The nutty Burley base, the dark fire depth, and then the molasses spice flavor to this is a treat. Nicotine is about a medium. It's getting stronger towards the bottom of the bowl. It was very smooth at the top, but again, as it builds, medium minus. I can see why this was beloved by many. Very unfortunate that this went away as early as it did. It having been so desired, I wonder why it went away as early as it did. If anybody has any information as to why Lane Limited decided to discontinue this in 2004, I would love to hear about that. This seems like a very simple recipe. Maybe they didn't want to continue investing in the pressing process, perhaps, because that is time intensive. Sounds like this was a fairly time-intensive process. Even though the constituents are nothing sophisticated, the process was probably cost prohibitive, is my guess. But it paid off in the end. This was a fabulous tobacco. Well, before I light it up, I'm going to leave it here with that. Thank you again, Travis. This was a wonderful experience. Remember, life with a pipe is better than without. Bye for now.